And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Ooh, hope you enjoyed that short break. Hope you enjoyed that brutal OST as we have returned with our quarterfinals. We've returned here with our TvZ, and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Hecate, we have the French Terran player, the blue Terran representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. One of the favorites for the entire tournament, and can he be stopped? Can he be slowed down by anyone other than MaxPax? We are here to find out. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, going for a 15-15, we have the red Zerg representing Starlight Twinkle. It is Wayne. Here we go. So it is going to be a 15 hatchery into a 15 spawning pool. There's that cancel into that 15 supply. Those that are curious, this is a bit of a way to open up in a greedy fashion. So essentially, when you go for an opener like this, you do get faster queens and you do delay your gases. With delayed gases, you have delayed ling speed, and you're going to be droning up as much as you can. You're going to be skipping lings here in the early game. This can be punished by something like a 2-Rax opener, but Clem is going for a standard Rax expand here. So yeah, Wayne just cutting some corners, being a little bit greedy in the early game of this ZVT. Also, a bit of an update, the push-ups worked. I'm awake. Like, unironically, in that last in Mana versus Wayne, I was nodding off a little bit, or I wouldn't say nodding off, but like I was, you know, I could hear the bench calling me, but yeah, I'm getting a bit of a second wind. After that break, after those push-ups. Let's go. Let us go. Whew. For now, though, again, we're going to be getting to that delayed gases here in the main base. Joining on up, SCV Scout's going to be coming in to get a read on what's happening, and with this SCV Scout, we should be getting a read on, okay, at least the hatch first. So Clem, he does have a piece of the puzzle. Behind this, Rax into expand into a factory on the high ground. Everything's looking as it should. We should be leading into a third CC before Starport. But Clem has been a little bit more aggressive recently as well. Has been a little bit more assertive. We'll see what he brings to the table here. As the Reaper dives into the mineral line, and we do not get a drone. Just barely, it is morphed into that spore. The worker is saved, and Clem is forced back. Clem is going to be forced back here, and there it is. It is going to be a third CC. Wait, hold on. Never mind. It's going to be a 1-1-1. I saw the third CC producing in the production tab, but that was actually the natural. So yeah, we're going to be getting into a straight up 1-1-1. It's been a while since I've seen this, but this is a much more aggressive opener. The reason why I say this is because the third base is delayed. The third is quite heavily delayed here for Clem, so with this does mean that the Hellions and the would-be Banshees need to get damage done to make this worth it. Tech Lab is on the way. We should be going for an add-on swap. As the Hellions are just going to be diving in. We have the Reaper into the main base. Hellions into the natural as well. Drones are getting roasted. The workers are lining up. Wayne, remember what I said earlier, how he skipped his lings with the 15-15 opener, and this is a good way to punish it. 6 drones go down. An insane amount of damage for 2 Hellions. Very nicely done. Behind this, no add-on swap, but rushing into an early stim into a Viking first here. This could be leading into a bit of a Hellbat push. Meanwhile, Wayne is going and rushing into a lair. Now, because a 15-15 delays gases, we actually skip link speed. Link speed has been skipped, and we're going into Roach. Straight into Roach production instead. So 2-base Roach from Wayne as he takes his third. But of course, the downside here is that because we skipped all those lings, there was no way to keep up with those Hellions, and we were punished quite hard here by Clem. So far, so good. Meanwhile, Clem, he checks the wall. He does see the Evo chamber. He also sees a Roach Warren. So Clem, he knows 100%, of course, that his opponent is going to be committing into Roach production. And behind this, where do we go? There it is, third CC on the low ground. Overseer comes in, and Overseer does confirm the production as well as the third CC as well. So it's not a 2-base all-in. Clem, of course, working towards his 3-1-1 setup with a delayed expansion. And so far, it's been worth it. I mentioned before that if you're a Terran player and if you're going to be delaying your third base by so long, you need to make it worth your while. And we did. We killed 6 drones. Really good value so far from Clem. As he does rotate around, picks up a tumor. Rotating over towards this natural base as well. And we'll see if we can find any additional workers. Remember, no lings and no ling speed. Oh, as we get another drone at the third base, and Wayne is not going to be droning any further from here. We have 52 workers, and we have a Nidus on the way. Bold move. Remember, though, what I'm concerned about is that Clem has a Viking, and he's been shutting down Overlords. We have no vision across the map. So it's possible that maybe Wayne pushes right through the center, and he uses the Nidus to reinforce the Roach all in. It's possible. It is possible, especially... Okay, there we go. Overseer on the right-hand side. We could try to go into the main base, but the Viking does catch the Overseer. Big catch here from Clem. I don't think he really knows just what he has stopped, what he has denied. Roach is waddling across the map. Overseer will fall. There it is. There's a Nidus. It's all or nothing here for Wayne. Now, because of the build of choice, Clem only has 1 tank on the high ground, but that 1 tank can come in clutch. Ravagers are on the way, no high ground vision, which means we cannot pile down that tank. Careful control here out of Wayne, does not overextend. Ooh, does take a tank shot to the face. Just 1. Vials will be connecting. These deepers are going to be going down. Look at the supply block, Clem. Supply block is real, forcing to cool down that extra supply. There's a second tank though in the mineral line. Big tank shot's going to be going off the Marines. Oh my god. Almost standing the piles. So far, just going ham here on these Roaches. The tank in the mineral line did go down. Another tank has arrived. Going to be repositioned, going to be sieging. While they take down a bunker. And again, Wayne is still committed, trying to force his way through. He's getting some of the Marines, but the tank shots have just been too good. And this entire time, Clem mining freely here from his third. His economy looking solid. His production keeping up. Viking does arrive as well. Ooh, does take some piles to the face. Will we get into the Ravagers? 1, 2 Ravagers go down. Big pickoffs. Big overextension there from Wayne. Queen has arrived. We have some anti-air available. Wayne still hasn't droned, by the way. He's been at 50 workers this entire time. Got to peel up a couple units here. Wayne now realizing that there has been mining going on this entire time. Good on Burrow out of Clem. We're going for a drop. This is wild. Wait for a drop here towards the south. That's a lot of medevacs. Jesus. 8 medevacs are pushing in. Yeah, and Wayne does realize that his opponent is vulnerable. It's not going to be enough. GG gets called, and Clem will clean up the Roach push and take game number 1. Ooh, GG. GG, well played. A solid game there out of Clem. Again, just really a really good start from Clem. Just kind of recognizing the build of choice from Wayne and punishing it so hard. Again, because of the 15-15, you do cut a lot of corners. You do leave yourself vulnerable in the early game because you're relying only on queens to defend, and Clem was able to abuse that beautifully. Able to eventually segue or lead into that 2-base push as well. Or lead into the aggression that eventually did get an eye on what the Zerg player was up to. Again, the Roach Nidus all-in is not something that I'm used to seeing, but that's Wayne for you. Again, Wayne is hyper-aggressive. He is very much so trying to be in your face at all times, and we'll see how he can adjust in game number 2. Because I don't expect the same build 2 games in a row. Not from Wayne. Here we go. Spawning in the top right-hand corner of Alcyone, leading the series 1-0. We have our French Terran player. We have the best Terran in all of Europa. One of the best Terrans in the world representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Zerg player representing Starlight Twinkle. It is Wayne. Sincha, is Wayne a newer player or is it a Smurf name? Wayne is not a newer player, but he has had a couple of name changes. He's been competing for many years at this point. I would say Wayne is top 5 Zerg in Europe. Yeah, top 5 Zerg. I would say that when it comes to the top Zerg players in Europe, it's Cheryl and Raynor as top 2. Then you have a Laser and Lambo as 3 and 4, interchangeable. And then number 5 is Wayne. I do think that he's solidified himself as top 5 Zerg players in Europe. Over players like, oh my god, I'm blanking out. I almost said Soul Spirit. Soul Spirit has since kind of retired. Smooch. Over players like Young Yakov, for example. Eva, for example, as well. Mixu. A lot of the other Zerg players in Europa. Wayne is above them, but again, just below or maybe even comparable to Lambo and a Laser. A very aggressive Zerg player nonetheless. But as is being said in the chat, Wayne did originally go by Vanya. A couple of years ago, like 2017, 2018 was Vanya. Then did name change to Radita for a while, and now has name changed to Wayne. Still, unfortunately, not name changing as much as Special. Special has like 12 name changes in his career, but you know, Wayne, he looks up to Special. He's getting there. Special, aka Light, aka Major, aka like Barbie, Wingy, to name a few. Este Juanito. Anna Prosser for a while for some reason. Shaking my head. But here we go. It is going to be a very aggressive. We have a Bane Bust on the way from Wayne. Oh my god. Talk about aggression here. Lings are moving out. Ling's speed on the way. Bailey that's about to finish up, and it's all or nothing once again. Wayne, he does not want to get into the mid game against his opponent, and Wayne wants Light to sleep. Let's go. But the Lings are caught out. The Reaper catches wind. We shave off 2 of them already. Not like this. 2 Lings do go down, and Clem is on the hunt. Ling's speed still a couple of seconds away. Clem, how are we going to be responding here? Behind this, we do have a 3cc before starport. Very economic opener. This is ideal for Wayne, by the way. Can Wayne punish the greed, or can he take advantage of the more economic opener of Clem? Hellions are in production. Bunker is on the way. Clem, he feels confident. He's like, yo, I can get away with this. Does get eyes on all the Lings. Lings are flooding across the map. Bailings are on the way. 4 of them. And can we hold? Can we survive? Is 1 bunker enough? It should be. Especially with these Hellions. Like, Hellions do so much damage to Ling Bane. They can achieve so much here. As Wayne is amassing his Bailings. Ready to bust, ready to waddle in. Here we go. Please continue to move out across the map. Clem, of course, amassing more Hellions, amassing more Marines. Now, the ideal here for Wayne is Wayne ideally wants to lure the army out. Wants to make it look like, oh, I'm transitioning. I'm totally droning, by the way. I totally left. When really, he's still just waiting for his opponent. And if he can get a surround, then of course, Wayne can snowball into a win here. Lings will be checking the wall. They do get eyes on the Hellions. That's a lot of Hellions. And again, Wayne is hoping that the Hellions do move out. Looks like he will come across those Bailings. We go for the surround. There it is. Wayne, he does pull the trigger. Does get a surround on some of those Hellions. Does catch at least a couple. Bailings still waddling in. 3, 4 Hellions go down, but good positioning on the ramp. Bailings, they crash into the depots. Lings, they flood on in as well. But it looks like Clem, he will clean this up. GG gets called, and Clem will hold and take the series 2-0. GG. GG, well played. As Clem will take it in the end. Congratulations, Wayne. Oh, did try to catch Clem off guard a couple of times here in this series, but unfortunately unable to catch him off guard, unable to really take it here to Clem. And Clem just showing off his defensive prowess. Clem is known for his aggression. He's known for his like multi-pronged harassment, his drop play, his again his drop play and his multitasking. That's the word I was looking for. That's what Clem is known for. But even more so, as we can see here, he is so good at just scouting, adapting, responding, respecting his opponent, and of course shutting it down. So yeah, really good defense here from Clem. Very well done. And with that, Clem does advance on into the semi-finals. Oh boy, where Clem is going to be facing off against the winner of Hearthstone, Geralt, and Skillus. So it's going to be a TVP for Clem next. Who exactly will he be playing against? Yet to be determined. Yet to be determined here, as we still have a lot of Protoss players facing off amongst each other. As I mentioned, again, Skillus, Hearthstone, Geralt, there can only be one to face off against Clem. Meanwhile, at the bottom of the bracket, as we do quickly switch our scenes over, at the very bottom of the bracket, we have Fiant still waiting for DNS and Trigger. And we have MaxPax, who did 2-0 shutdown. So MaxPax is waiting in the lower semifinals. So we have MaxPax and Clem in each of their respective semis. And they are both still waiting for their opponents. Fiant, DNS, Trigger here for MaxPax, and as I mentioned before, up here, Hearthstone, Geralt, and Skillus. So yeah, we are in a way kind of nearing the end of the broadcast. Kind of, it's poquito. And we're being told some updates. Apparently, Hearthstone is up 1-0 against Geralt, and DNS and Trigger are tied up 1-1 as well. But now I think is a good time for us to bow out. I'm so very tired. I mean, I'll be actually not gonna lie. After that series, I'm actually pretty awake. Like it has like I got like my second wind, and I am a little bit more alert. But at the same time, I also know that if I stick around and if I finish this, then I'm gonna have a really hard time staying up for ESL Americas. So I am gonna be getting some rest here. The tournament will go on, and we will raid another streamer. Fun fact: Zombie Grub just went live. Zombie Grub literally just went live to cast this event. So looks like I'll be tagging out, and Zombie Grub will be tagging in. There we go. It actually works out quite well. So we casted the first half. Zombie Grub will follow it up with the second half. So we'll be giving ZG a raid. So give her some love and some support, as they are going to be, as Zombie Grub is going to be continuing on and covering the rest of ESL Open Cup Europe. I don't know if Zombie Grub is going to be covering NA. Usually she doesn't. Usually NA is reserved for like ourselves, Steadfast, Artosis, Pig. Usually a different lineup of casters. But we'll be there for it. I believe ESL Open Cup Americas is going to be in how many hours? Oh, as Trigger. Oh, we just got some updates. Oh boy. Semifinals are about to begin. So we just, sorry, not semifinals. Quarterfinals are about to begin. Quarterfinals matches. Looks like it's going to be Hearthstone versus Skillus and Trigger versus Fiant in the quarterfinals. So those two matches are about to begin, and that leads into the semis. But ESL Americas is in just under 5 hours. So I'm going to try and sleep for 4 hours. That'll be great. I'm going to sleep for 4 hours. Then I'm going to wake up, and we'll be back here on the CranKy Ducklings to cast the entirety of ESL Open Cup Americas. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. I do apologize for not casting all of it. I don't have faith in myself to cover this and cover Americas with a sane brain, with a sane mind. I think I can make it all the way to the end of this, but I don't think I should risk it. So Happy New Year's, everyone. Happy New Year's. I'm going to be heading off and getting some rest. And again, going to be handing the stream over to Zombie Girl for the time being. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. Thank you so much for the support. And we will see you guys in 5 hours for ESL Open Cup Americas. And enjoy the rest of Europe. Enjoy the rest of it. As I just mentioned, 2 matches are about to begin. It is Fiant versus Trigger on one end and Harsnam versus Skillus in the other. Enjoy.